It's glad to have you back at Brandon's Burning Questions. Today we're here with our special guest, Angel Mena III. Today our topic's going to be about something quite odd to most people. Cold walking, or as some call it, fire walking. When you hear those words, what's going through your mind?
I'm thinking immediate pain, cold walking, those survival TV shows where you have to walk across those burning coals. Definitely not comfortable. A little bit of Christmas when you're naughty. My initial thoughts about it.
True. So if we go into the history of this topic, it was first introduced in the Iron Age of India in 1200 BCE, a while ago. We'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
They used it back then in those times as a test of strength and courage, and with some religions as a test of their faith. It was practiced by many different clans. For example, the Sawu clan and the Vedi Levu clan. You probably don't recognize those, but
not to my knowledge.
That's like the overall history of just firewalking in general. However, if we concentrate it down into Chinese cold walking, which is the more popular version of cold walking, that tradition occurred in the Han Dynasty, which was from 2006 BC to 220 AD.
Yet again, quite a long time ago.
Yes, of course, quite a long time ago. They had a legend back in that day where there was this man by the name of Hao Tuo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but...
Best you can.
Yeah. He was a famous physician, and he was known for his ability to perform surgery without anesthesia.
Wow.
Because of how he stated that he could just walk over hot coals.
So his ability to walk over hot coals let him perform that well in surgery?
I guess so. It's a legend. We don't know for sure. But from my research, this is what I found out.
Legends can be crazy.
That is true. And the man also stated that walking over hot coals also helped him build up pain resistance.
Big time.
And now, in today's world, many couples have also started to do cold walkings where a husband will carry his wife across 15 to 20 feet on coals.
Wow. Talk about loyalty.
Exactly. To test the loyalty here. So they do this today the main reason is to bring good luck, to ward off evil spirits. I feel like that's a known, or that's just something that's just continual in Asian traditions.
Oh, sure.
A lot of stuff has to do with luck and warding off evil spirits. So it's a similar theme here. However, they will do this. A husband will carry his wife when she has become pregnant. And for that reason, it's supposed to bring the wife a painless labor.
Oh.
Yeah. And then also bring her strength and resilience when going through labor as well. This ritual can also be done for when a couple's moving into a new home. And it's also supposed to bring them good luck into their new life living together in a home.
Interesting.
And believe it or not, I also came across this as well, where they also believe that the cold walking can also appease their gods and kind of be a sacrifice to their gods to help them bring good luck. Not really good luck, but to just ward off any natural disasters like floods or droughts or earthquakes, any of that.
A bit of superstition with an optimistic outlook.
Exactly, yeah. It's, as I said before, it's been very popular among Chinese traditions, past generations over generations. And it's not just popular in Asia as well. It's also popular in other countries like India, Malaya, Japan, Fiji Islands, New Zealand, Tahiti, Bulgaria, and Spain all have similar rituals and traditions to that of the Chinese when it comes to cold walking.
Quite a lot of places.
Yeah. However, even though we are talking about ethnocentric views and stuff like that, and even when I was explaining it through cultural relativism, we still have to talk about the limits that this can have on cultural relativism. So this brings up that theme again. What are the limitations? And even though this practice is very popular, it can also be very dangerous, as you can assume. Walking over hot coals is not something that is known as being safe. You can easily get high-degree burns on your feet. And if they're that bad, you're going to have to get your feet amputated. It could...
A major sacrifice for simple things as a better marriage, or easy labor, or moving into a new place.
Oh, yeah. And especially when you think about how you're carrying someone, you're adding more weight, and as your feet sink into the coals, your feet are going to burn even more.
Yep.
You know? But, yeah, so...
I have a question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This practice, it sounds very intense.
Mm-hmm.
Is it forced upon the people within these countries in any way, shape, or form?
From my research, I wasn't able to really find anything on that topic. I tried to see if it was forced. To me, it doesn't seem that, it seems that only certain tribes in these certain countries do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, I feel like it's not forced, and that the couples do have the choice whether to walk on the coals or not. But, however, with that being said, I do feel like some tribes may force the couples to do that tradition, as it has been passed down over time. They might try to force it.
Tradition is definitely a hard thing to let go.
Exactly. And so at this point, I'm gonna ask you: do you think that we should not? I guess you could say protest, but go against co-walking. If it's this dangerous, do you think we should go against it? No. Should we? After all these years, it's been practiced for so many years. Should we start putting into it now? And why now, if we should?
Well, it's a lot to think about, especially in terms of wanting it to either stay or for it to be abolished completely. And certain things come to mind. Definitely the pain factor. It hurts people. It hurts the feet of people. It may hurt families because, like you said, depending on the severity of the burns, the feet could be amputated, they could never walk again, and, that marriage then comes with a cost of having to care for someone that can't walk.
Exactly.
On the other hand, there's a major play of, voluntarily doing this. Superstition, and I don't want to call it superstition, but a lot of people do many things for different reasons, right? People in sports wear certain clothing, don't wear certain colors because they believe it'll make them perform better in the game, right? It affects everyone's life when it comes to just almost everyday things or traditions in general on, giving that person or people a more optimistic outlook. So I would have to say, I don't necessarily think the cons outweigh the pros in this case, even though none of the pros could be correlated to co-walking. It could be completely coincidental, but like I said, it's still a voluntary practice, and as long as it isn't forced upon every new wed within those countries, I think it's okay to stay.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think that, like you said, if it's not voluntary and they're doing it, and they have the choice, it's their choice. People have free will. They have the choice to do whatever they want to do. And I have to agree with you with that. I think that we should definitely let it happen. We should take care of it as a practice.
Of course.
And I hope it continues into the next couple generations.
Especially those with strong feet.
Yeah, especially those with strong feet. So thank you guys all for listening to the podcast today. This was Brandon and Angel on Brandon's Burning Questions. See ya.
Catch you later.